Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear second intermediate student, our lecture today, or in this lecture, we are gonna solve a question and exercise of translation in coordinate plane. The last lecture we take the translation of coordinate plane and we divide the translation into two kinds. Translation left or right, which is the translation with the x-axis, and the second kind of translation is the translation up or down, which is the translation with y-axis or parallel to y-axis. Then the third kind, which is combination between the first two kinds of translation, which is italic translation. Now we will solve the question and exercise of the translation, page 56. Question 1, we have represent the following point and its image in the coordinate plane. The first one, translate the point A, which is 3 and 5, 4 units. To the left. Here we have to represent the point, then find its translation. So we must draw coordinate plane and determine the original point A, which is 3 to the and 5. This is the point A, 3, 5. And its image. It's meaning the point after the translation. يعني هنا لازم نحدد النقطة الأصلية على المستوى الأحداثي وصورة النقطة أي هي النقطة بعد الانسحاب. Then A is 3, 4. It's translated with, let's denote it by A dash. Translating, we have to know which kind of translate we have. We have translation to the left. To the left, that's meaning with x-axis, or we will subtract from x. Since the translation to the left, then y, which is 5, it stay as itself. الانسحاب نحدد اولا لازم نوع الانسحاب، لانه الانسحاب الى اليسار يعني موازي للاكس، يعني الشغل راح يكون على الاكس الخاص للنقطه. Then to the left, then we're gonna subtract 4 units. Why? Because the units of translation is 4. Now A dash equal 3 minus 4 negative 1, with 5 is the figure of the point A. Then represent it in the coordinate plane. Minus 1, this is A dash. As we see, we translated it to the left, 4 point, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this is the figure of the point A. The second question, also we have to determine the original point and its figure. We have B, which is minus 2, 4, and translated 2 units to upward. Determine the original point in the coordinate plane. Minus 2, 1, 2, and 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is B. This is the point B. 2 units upward. Since here we have the translation with y-axis, since it upward with y-axis, so the figure of the point denoted by B dash, x is still as itself. قيمة x من النقطة تبقى كما هي، والعمل هنا أو الإضافة والطرح راح يكون بالنسبة ل y. Since we gonna forward 2 step upward, then to the positive side, that's meaning we're gonna add 2 points. Then it will be minus 2, 6 is the figure of the point. One, two, three, four, five, minus 2 and 6. 1, 2. This is B dash. The third question. We have the point C, which is minus 2 and 4. The translated 1 unit to the right and 2 units to the down or downward. Now represent the original point in the coordinate plane minus 2, 4. This is the point C. Here we have 2 translation. That's meaning we have italic translation, or we're gonna work on X and Y. يعني راح نشتغل هنا أو نقوم بإضافة أو طرح بالنسبة ل X، وكذلك إضافة أو طرح بالنسبة ل Y حسب نوع الانسحاب عندنا. The figure of the point C is C dash minus 2, 1 unit to the right. To the right, that's meaning with X axis to the positive side. So we're gonna add 1, since we have 1 unit, and 4, 2 units to the down. To the down, that's meaning we go to the negative side of Y axis. So we're gonna subtract 2. Then C dash will be minus 2 plus 1 is minus 1, and 4 minus 2 is 2. This is the point minus 1, 2, which is the figure of the point C, represented by C dash. We can represent each one of the point A and A dash and separated coordinate plane. نمثل إذا تريدون كل نقطة أو كل سؤال تمثلوه بمستوى أحداثي واحد. مثلا النقطة A مع صورته بمستوى أحداثي، والنقطة B مع صورته بمستوى أحداثي آخر، والنقطة C مع صورته في مستوى أحداثي آخر. This is the question 1. In question 2, in question 4, we solve the question 1 and 2 and 3. We will solve question 4. Find translate of triangle ABC whose vertices is 2, 3. In question 4, we have a triangle with vertices is A, 2, 3, and B, minus 1, 4, and C, 0, 2. We have to find the translation of the triangle 3 units down and represent in coordinate a plane. Here we don't have to determine the original shape, the triangle, just the figure of the shape. ما طالب بالسؤال ان نحدد المستوى المثلث على المستوى الاحداثي، بس صورته بعد الانسحاب. We have to find the translation of the triangle with vertices A, B, and C, 3 units to the down or downward. Then represent the image of the triangle in the coordinate plane. يعني نجد انسحاب المثلث 3 وحدات للأسفل، بعدين بعد ما نجد انسحابه نحدد النقاط. We have to translate each one of the point of triangle to the down, 3 units to the down. كل نقطة لازم نجري عليها أو نعمل عليها عملية الانسحاب. So A is the point 2 and 3. It's translated to the or downward. The 3 unit will be, since we have translation with y-axis, or downward to the negative side, so we gonna subtract y, because to the negative side of y we are gonna subtract from y 3 units. A dash will be 2 and 0. The point B is minus 1 and 4. Also we're gonna subtract 3 units from y, or from 4, because we have a translated or translation to the downward, that's meaning to the negative side. Then the point B dash equal minus 1, 1. The point C is 0, 2. C dash, it's 0. We're going to subtract 3 units from y. Then the point C dash will be 0 and minus 1. 2 minus 3, we have, we take the sign of the biggest number, which is negative, then subtract 3 minus 2. Now determine the point of the image of the triangle. بعد هذا نحدد صورة المثلث، أو يعني شكل المثلث بعد الانسحاب، the coordinate plane في المستوى الأحداثي. 2 with 0. Here we have 2 and 0. This is the point A dash. The point minus 1, 1. This is minus 1 and 1. 0 and minus 1. This is the figure, or the image figure of triangle after the translation. Now in question 5 we have copy the triangle ABC, then determine order pairs in the coordinate plane and find its translation 3 units right and 2 units to the down. In this figure we have a coordinate plane. In the coordinate plane we have a triangle. He didn't give us the order pair or the vertices of triangle, so we have to determine the point of the triangle. هنا ما أعطانا صور، عفوا قيم النقاط الخاصة بالمثلث، ولكن يجب علينا أن نحددها من المستوى الأحداثي. هو يطلب هذا بالسؤال. Copy the triangle in the then determine the order pair in the coordinate plane، يعني نحدد النقاط من المستوى الأحداثي. After we determine the the order pair, we have to find the translation 3 units to the right and 2 units to the down. بعد ما نجد نحدد قيم النقاط، نجد قيمة الانسحاب لهذه النقاط. أول شيء خلينا نحدد النقاط. First, we will determine the order pair. The order pairs. A is 2 and 1. So we have 2 and y is minus 1. The point B 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and minus 1. The point C is 1, 2, 3, 4, and since we have 4 and here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, C is 4 with minus 5. Now after we determine the point, we will find the translation 3 units. We have translate the figure which is triangle 3 units to the right and 2 units down. We have a 3 unit to the right and 2 unit to the down. Also here we have italic translation. نوع الانسحاب هنا ما الانسحاب حيشتغل على المحورين، على الاكس وعلى الواي، او نوعين الانسحاب، يعني دمج للنوعين. فاحنا بعد ما حددنا النقاط نجد صورة الانسحاب للمثلث. So we will translate each one of the each point of the triangle. The point A, which is 2 minus 1, it's translated will be A dash 3 unit to the right. To the right, that's meaning to the positive side of x. So we add 3 point or 3 to the x. 2 plus 3, and we will and we have 2 units to the down. To the down meaning to the negative side of y. So we will subtract minus 2 from y. Then A dash will be 2 plus 3, 5, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. The point B is 5 minus 1. It's translated as B dash, denoted by B dash. Also, we have the same translated. We will add 3 point to x or to 5, and minus, subtract, 2 point from y. 5 plus 3, B dash will be 8 minus 3. Now C is the point 4 minus 5. We have the same translation. We will add the 3 point to the x. C dash will be 4 plus 3 and minus 5. 2 units to the down, that meaning subtract 2 units. C dash equal 7, 4 plus 3, 7, and 5 minus 5 minus 2 is also minus 7. Here we don't have to, or he didn't give us to determine the point of the figure or the image figure after translation. So here we finished the question number 5. Now we will solve the exercise. Question number 6, we have to represent the following point and its image in the coordinate plane. Translate the point A minus 1, minus 2, 3 units to the right. First we have to determine the point and its image. The point is minus 1, minus 2. This is the point A. Now, to represent its image, 3 units to the right, we have to find the translation of the image. First, we have to find the translation of the point. A is minus 1 and minus 2. It's a translation A dash. We have the translation to the right. To the right, that's meaning with the x-axis. So, to the positive side of x. So we will add 3 point to minus 1, and minus 2 stay minus 2. A dash minus 1 plus 3 is 2 and minus 2. So the point is 1, 2 with minus 2. This is the point of A dash. As we see here, we translated the point 3 units to the right, which is 1, 2, and 3 is the point A dash. Number 7, translate B. Here we have B is minus 2, 4. 2 units to the down. Also we have determined the original point minus 2. And 1, 2, 3, 4. We go downward since 4, not minus 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the point B minus 2, 4. It's a translation 2 units to the down. B is minus 2, 4. B dash, since we have the translation to the down, that's meaning to the negative side of to the negative side of y. So we subtract 2 units from 4, and minus 2 stay as itself. هنا الانسحاب معنا للأسفل يعني راح يكون يعني باتجاه سالب لواي، فراح نطرح نقطتين من الجزء واي من النقطة اللي هي من 4. هذا راح تكون b dash. Then b dash is minus 2. For minus 2 is 2. Determine the image of point B. We have minus 2 and 2. This is b dash. Question number 8. Translate the point minus 2 minus 1. C is minus 2 and minus 1. Translation is 1 unit to the left and 2 units to the upward. Determine the original point. C is minus 2 and minus 1. This is the point C. Now we have to find its image, then determine it in the coordinate plane, minus 2 and minus 1. Here we have two kind of translation, then we have an italic translation. عندنا نوعين من الانسحاب يريد من نقطة، يعني الانسحاب مع اللي راح نشتغل على الاكس وعلى الواي، راح نضيف ونطرح للاثنين سالب 2 راح نضيف او نطرح لسالب 1. Then C dash, first we have 1 to the left. To the left, that's meaning to the negative side of x. Then we subtract minus 1 from minus 2. And we have 2 units to the upward. Then, since the translation upward to the positive side, so we add 2 points. C dash will be, we have 2 points with the same sign. Then we make addition. 2 plus 1, 3, minus 3. And we have different sign. 2 minus 1 is 1. Then the point C dash will be minus minus 3. Here is the point minus 3 and 1. This is the point C dash. In question number 9, this question also exactly like the previous question, which is question number 4. We have to find the translation of the figure ABCD, 2 units to the right, and represent the image in the coordinate plane. Here we have 4 vertices of a figure which is polygon figure. عندنا 4 نقاط لرؤوس تمثل شكل مضلع. طبعا هنا الشكل راح يكون رباعي، عندنا 4 نقاط. نفس حل السؤال الرابع، بس هناك كان الشكل 3 نقاط، هنا الشكل راح يكون 4 نقاط. فيريد تجد الانسحاب للشكل. We have to find the translation of the figure ABCD. 2 units to the right، تجد انسحابه نقطتين إلى اليمين. Then determine the point, the figure or the image figure in the coordinate plane. بعد ما تجد انسحاب الشكل، يعني ما يحتاج تحدد نقاط ABCD على المستوى الأحداثي، فقط تجد الانسحاب مع كل نقطة من النقاط، نفس ما عندنا بالمثلث هناك. كل نقطة من النقاط وجدنا انسحابها، بعدين حددنا شكل المثلث. هنا نفس الحالة، كل نقطة من نقاط الشكل الرباعي الA والB والC والD تجد انسحابهم نقطتين إلى اليمين، يعني على اتجاه الموجب. يعني راح أضيف 2 لكل قيمة أولية للنقطة، بعدين تحدد على المستوى الأحداثي. فهذا راح أترك كواجب بيتي حله تماما كحل السؤال الرابع. بس طبعا انه هناك كان عندنا 3 رؤوس، واكيد نوع الانسحاب يمكن يختلف هناك. فراح ننتقل للسؤال الخامس، عفوا السؤال العاشر. Now in question number 10 we have to copy the the rectangle ABCD, then determine the order pair, the order point or order pairs, and find the image of its translation. 2 units to the right and 3 units to the down. So here first, the solution. First we have to determine the order pairs. يجب أول شيء أن نحدد. We have to determine the order pair from the figure and coordinate plane. يجب أول شيء أن نحدد النقاط أو الأزواج المرتبة للشكل أو من الشكل في المستوى الأحداثي. the point B is 2 and 4. The point B will be 2 with 2. X2 and Y also 2. C is 1, 2, 3, 4. C is 4 and 2. The point D is 4 with 4. Now it's a translation. To find the translation of the figure, the rectangle figure, 2 units to the right and 3 units to the down, we have to translate each one of the point of the figure. Then A dash have the translation of point A 2, 4, 2 units to the right and 3 units to the down. The translation here we have 2 units to the right, that's meaning to the positive side of X. So we added 2 points. And the 3 unit also here we have an italic translation. انسحاب مع ألف يعني راح نضيف أو نطرح القيمتين الأولى والثانية للزوج المرتب. To the down, 3 unit to the down, that's meaning to the negative side of Y. So we have to subtract 3 units from 4. 4 minus 3. Then A dash equal 4, 2 plus 2, 4, and 4 minus 3, 1. This is the point A dash. B is the point 2 with 2. B dash, we added, since to the right, so we add 2 points. And since the translation also to the down, so we subtract 3 points. The translation 2 plus 2, 4, and 2 minus 3 is minus 1. This is the point B dash, the figure of the point or the image of the point B. Now the point C is 4 with 2. The translation of the point is we're gonna add 2 points to the 4 and subtract 3 points from 2. أيضا هنا نفس الحالة راح نضيف نقطتين للجزء الأول من النقطة اللي هو الأربعة للانسحاب إلى اليمين، وراح نطرح 3 نقاط من الجزء الثاني، يعني راح نطرح 3 من 2 للانسحاب من الأسفل. 2 plus 4 6, 2 minus 3 minus 1. The point D is 4 with 4. Then D dash will be, we're gonna add also 2 points to 4 and subtract 3 points from 3. 4 plus 2 is 6. 4 minus 3 is 1. This is the image of the rectangle figure ABCD in the coordinate plane, or the translate 2 units to the right and 3 units to the down. Now solve the problems. We have question number 11, biology. هذا السؤال هو مسائل حياتية علم الأحياء. The figure is showing a human heart. بالكتاب مرسوم الشكل يمثل قلب الإنسان. بعد شنو؟ Find the repeating in the diagram. Where is the translation? Locate it and calculate the number of translation. جد عدد، يعني جد التكرارات أو تكرار النبض اللي أقصد به. تكرار النبض مثل مخطط مع نبضات قلب الإنسان. ثم جد اتجاه الانسحاب يعني احسب calculate the number of translation، احسب عدد الانسحاب وبأي اتجاه طبعا. لاحظ this is the repeating in the diagram which is represent the human heart. هذا هو التكرار. Now we have translation from the second part to the first part. That's meaning the translation to the right. Why? Because we have the repeating from left to the right, that's meaning the translation to the right. And how many, or sorry, calculate the number of translation. We have to calculate the number of repeating. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4 units. The number of translation is 4 units to the right. And the same way question number 12 will be solved like this. هذه أسئلة طلاب يعني ما يحتاج الحل رياضي، فهم وحل كلام يعني كتابة مو خطوة رياضية. ولكن سؤال question number 13 waves يعني موجات. I will read the question. There are waves occurring in the sea have a point. هناك موجات يعني واقع أو تقع في الماء عندما تحدث الموجات في الماء تحدث في نقطة معينة في البحر. فرض هذه النقطة the point is -25 on the top of it يعني في أعلى الموجة أو في البحر. If the waves move to have the new position, we have the wave or the translate, يعني move it, that's meaning translate to the point 8, 2. Calculate the magnitude of translation and the direction of translation. احسب عدد وحدات الانسحاب. ما انه هنا نلاحظ انه حصل تغيير في النقطتين طلاب. شوف الفكرة هي we have a point in the waves of sea, or waves occurring in the sea have the point. This is the point which lies in the top of the sea or of the wave. The waves move the point to the new position which is 8, 2. That's meaning we have a translation for the point -25 to the point 8, 2. Here we have to calculate the translation of the point and the direction of the translation. To count the translation, we have change in x or in the first part of the point. That's meaning -2 plus a equal 8. What is the point that we add or subtract to -2 to get 8? هنا حتى نحسب عدد الانسحاب احنا اي نقطة. شوفوا طلاب any point -2 plus a we have an italic translation انسحاب مزدوج مثل ما قلنا كنا نحصل تغيير في النقطتين and 5 plus b equal 8 with 2. هو هذا فكرة الانسحاب. This is the idea of italic translation, but here we have we don't have the translation of A and B. ما عندنا وحدات الانسحاب the unit of translation of A and B. We have to find A and B. And any two ordered pairs, if we have any two ordered pairs equal to ordered pairs, then the first part equal the first part, and the second one equal the second one. So -2, since the ordered pairs are equal مع مساويين, then -2 plus a equal 8. Here we have an equation. نساويهم. شوف الفكرة ليش نساوي الزوجين المرتبين أو هو فكرة الانسحاب مع إنه نضيف للجزء الأول أي فراح يطلع لنا صورته بعد الانسحاب ونضيف للجزء الثاني B فيطلع لنا صورته بعد الانسحاب. إذا كان إضافة أو طرح ما نعرف هنا وحدات الانسحاب. فمن تساوي الزوجين المرتبين نساوي الجزء الأول مع الأول. بعد ما سويناه we have an equation. We put the variable inside and the number on the other side. So we change -2 to the other side. Then a equal 8 plus 2. A equal 8 plus 2 is 10. This is the translation of A, or with x-axis. Since the translation we denoted the A unit is translation with x, and then find B. 5 plus B equal 2. Put variables and the number on the other side. Also we have B equal 2 minus 5. b equal, we have two different numbers. We take the sum of the biggest number and subtract 5 minus 2 is 3. This is translate with x axis and translate with y-axis. Since a equal 10, then the translation, we have to calculate the number of translation, we calculate it, and the direction of translation. Since a equal 8, بما انه قيمة الوحدات، احنا عدد الوحدات ال a او رمز الوحدات a هي الانسحاب بالنسبة لل x، بما انه موجب then we have translation to the right. شلون نعرف to the right؟ احنا تذكرون you remember if I said 2 unit, that means to the positive side. So we have a equal a is positive and 10, so we move the point. We have translation to the right 10 units. And since b equal minus 3, then we have translation to the b represents the translation with y-axis. b راح يمثل الانسحاب مع المحور y. فبما انه اذا كان سالب يعني الاعلى، اذا كان موجب يعني الاسفل، اي اذا كانت موجب يعني اليمين، اذا كان سالب يعني اليسار. زين، فاي هنا موجب فراح يكون الانسحاب الى اليمين 10 وحدات، وبي هنا تمثل الانسحاب مع النقطة الثانية او مع الواي، مع انه اذا موجب قلنا فتكون للاعلى، اذا سالب للاسفل. Then the translation to downward يعني بالاتجاه الاسفل او الجنوبي downwards 3 units. انسحاب للاسفل 3 وحدات. So the translation 10 unit to the right and 3 unit to the down. Here we finished our lecture today, but we have just one question. I will take another question and think. After this we finish the exercise. Challenge, question number 15. I will read the question. What is the coordinate of point? We have a point x, y. What is the coordinates of the point if translated by m unit, and what is the translation if we translated it m units to the right and n units to the down, to the up, sorry. We have to find the translation of the point xy, which is general point. M unit to the right, since we have translation to the right, that's meaning to the positive side of x, then we add m units, then x plus m. And n unit upward, since the translation to the positive side of y, then we will add n unit to the y, or to y. Here, this is the translation of the point xy, or we can solve it in this way. We have a law of translation of any point xy, x plus a and y plus b, plus or negative. Here we have a equal m, where a represents the translation with x-axis, and we have the translation with x m to the right, that's meaning positive m. Positive m. And b is present the translation with y-axis, and we have b equal n, also positive, since it is to the positive side of y. هنا الانسحاب عندنا أم من الوحدات إلى اليمين يعني بالاتجاه الموجب لإكس، يعني الأي يعني هي تمثل الانسحاب بالنسبة لإكس راح تكون موجب أم لليمين، وبي انسحاب أن من الوحدات إلى الأعلى، فالبي اللي تمثل الانسحاب مع المحور واي أو مع الواي راح تكون موجب أن لأن أيضا إلى الأعلى الاتجاه الموجب. Then the translation of xy equal x plus m and y plus b. This is the figure or the coordinate of the point xy after we translated it m to the right and n to the upward. هنا الفكرة انه ما منطينا نقاط، بس منطينا بصورة عامة نقطة رمز ل xy مهما كانت احداثيات النقطة، ويريد انسحابه عدد من الوحدات، هذا العدد رمز له n، بما انه الى اليمين راح تضيف يعني على الاتجاه الموجب، اليمين يعني راح على الاكس يعني راح اضيف للاكس، وان الى الاعلى الى الواي الى الاتجاه الموجب واي يعني راح اضيف ايضا الى الواي، فصل اكس زائد ام وواي زائد ان وليس بي. This is the figure of the point after the translation, m unit to the right and n unit to the up or upward. So here we finished our lecture today, my dear student. Thank you for listening and good luck.